Today on DNVR Buffs Live, could Colorado be bringing in another SEC flip? Plus, there's a new coach on the staff, and we've got plenty more to talk about right now. Let's go.
Squad. We are back in the Toyota Lounge, driven by your Front Range Toyota stores. It is DNVR Buffs Live. Another week down. I believe we are 73 days away from the first game kicking off in Atlanta, Georgia for the 2026 season. Slowly but surely, gentlemen. Slowly but surely.
Jose Soto days away, man. Let's get it.
Nice pull.
Feels like it, too. It's getting closer, man.
It is.
Every day, it feels closer.
It does not feel closer.
Bro, we trying to be optimistic over here, bro. It feels close. I can
feel
feel it. It's like at the end of the block.
It feels closer to me, yeah.
It's like at the end of the block.
Days.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a lot of plans in those 73 days, so like each thing is just like, just get to the next plan.
For sure. I mean, 4th of July is coming up in what,
Yep.
less than 2 weeks, or
Yep.
maybe right around 2 weeks. At that point, it'll be, I don't know.
Only another 2 months.
It will be like under 60 days at that point.
You really got to think of it until the start of fall camp.
No, see, that's fake football too, though.
I agree.
No, but once you're there, like it's on.
Honestly,
like games though.
Once you hit like August, I feel like it's here.
But it's like once fall camp,
insane.
Once fall camp starts, like the season is here.
No,
Yes.
the season doesn't start till games are being played.
But mentally, it's like you're in mid-season form.
Yeah, bro. When we're at Boulder, bro, covering fall camp practices and whatnot, like it feels like football season at that point already.
It's not football season until I get to watch football.
All right.
My birthday is August 16th, and since a kid, I've always felt like that was like pretty much right around that time. It's football starting.
Yeah, a couple of weeks away. Am I wrong, chat? Like, I just want to watch ball. Like,
yeah.
But I just mean in terms of like the weight that we have to get through really ends once fall camp starts.
I guess.
And then you blink and there's a game on.
I guess. Today on the show, we are going to discuss Colorado. Can they flip another player from Ole Miss? This time, one of the best recruits in the country, a true blue chipper, and Ben'Jarvius Shumaker. We'll discuss that. Buffs get a new coach as well. Intel from around the conference from CBS, plus their defensive efficiency metrics. Shedeur Sanders back in town as well. Could he be traded also? We'll discuss it. Start today with Ben'Jarvius Shumaker.
What a name.
Is it Ben'Jarvius?
Yes.
Okay.
At first, I thought it was just Ben'Jarvius,
like
a law firm, Ben'Jarvius Green Ellis. But he's got an I in there, so yeah, I would assume he got a Ben'Jarvius, right?
Fire.
He is from Ackerman, Mississippi, from Choctaw County High School.
Yeah, sir. Sounds about right.
How do you spell it?
Choctaw.
Choctaw.
Choctaw High School.
Or Choctaw.
Or Choctaw County High School. He came on an official visit this last weekend. He's been committed to Ole Miss since March. But, they did get the flip from Codero McDaniel last weekend, right? Good flip. Another offensive line commit. I don't think anyone's complaining about that at all.
No.
This is the 70th ranked player in the class, the 7th ranked defensive lineman in the 2027 class. That's Ben'Jarvius Shumaker. The Buffs are big game hunting right now.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we've kind of talked about how, there's like a handful of blue chippers. This is easily your best commit if you get this guy.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly right. That's exactly what I was going to say. Like, this would be your highest ranked commit if you end up flipping Ben'Jarvius Shumaker. Another Mississippi kid, though, right? And obviously that has kind of been the theme of this recruiting class, with Codero McDaniel, who you mentioned. LaMarcus Jones, who's already been committed, another former Ole Miss commit. They're obviously targeting Kylan Bobo as well, the running back from Tupelo, Mississippi, who we'll talk about here in a little bit. But this is obviously defensive lineman. I still think Gunnar White has some type of impact here on this. Just being a Mississippi guy, being somebody who these Mississippi kids really, really relate to. And this was looking kind of like, as we headed into last weekend, looking like a quieter recruiting weekend. The only one we knew about prior to was, Nick Weaver, an unranked receiver from St. Louis, Missouri. But, getting Ben'Jarvius Shumaker kind of on a little, surprise official visit is massive. And I think it was really smart to try to continue to keep the recruiting momentum that you've built over the last handful of weeks rolling in to this past weekend with another big time recruit, man. And obviously, if we can pull up that tweet, Dion, Ben'Jarvius, like he posted about it. He had the caption, "Why not?" With the with the eyes emoji. You see, he brought the whole fam, the whole squad to Boulder.
That's what you can do when there's not many other visitors.
Facts. You got to make that count for sure. And then as you see, Kylan Bobo, who we talked about, running back from Mississippi, quote retweeted with kind of the same message. Why not? Why not? So keep an eye on those Mississippi boys. Obviously, Kylan Bobo is committing on July 1st, and we'll certainly keep a close eye on Ben'Jarvius Shumaker.
Where do we stand on the wall?
I think the wall is still
has its
good hit rate. Yeah.
It's definitely not undefeated, but yeah,
no one hits 1,000.
Facts. But I feel like it's still a good hit rate, no doubt.
But it's still like it means something.
Yeah, I think so.
Because do you guys still visit and not pose on the wall? That's what I would be interested to see.
For sure. Maybe those picks probably maybe still get taken, but I don't know if they all hit the timeline. Like I think of Drew Sabb recently, before he committed. He was,
on the wall,
posted up in front of the wall.
You had Colorado commit Barack Willis in town, it seems like, too. So the strategy of continuing to pair these targets with commits to, just kind of, I guess, insulate the vibes, you know? I mean, you already have folks coming in who are committed, and then you bring in these big targets. I think that you're just hoping that, some of that positive energy kind of rubs off on them. So we'll see if, we hear any major momentum with Ben'Jarvius Shumaker, but Kylan Bobo is also another one who, we're still kind of waiting on. He's been predicted to go to Colorado a couple times from rivals, I believe, as well, right? So, again, positive momentum, and now you're going after one of the most, this is like a headline type of commit if you get Ben'Jarvius Shumaker. It almost redefines your class if you get this guy.
He would be the headliner alongside Andre Adams, and I think this is the position that this staff should be big game hunting for, right? You only have one defensive line commit in this 2027 class so far, our guy Kenny Fairley. You've hit on 5 offensive linemen. You got your quarterback. You got a really talented receiver, and obviously more to come. You got 3 really talented linebacker / edge types. You already got 5 defensive backs come in this 2027 class. Like defensive linemen, I think that's the spot where you would really like a big splash, and I like that that's where their attention is right now.
Do you guys read anything into the coaching of Ole Miss?
The only thing I read into it is that these kids are from Mississippi.
Yeah.
And that Gunnar White has a real connection there.
Well, in Barbecue Elementary, just had a great point in the comments saying, you can't forget these kids were in middle school and Prime got to Jackson State. Super impressionable age watching Travis Hunter commit to a Mississippi school.
All facts.
It's a great point.
Really good point.
Yeah, and I thought the same thing. I saw chatter on the timeline like, "Oh, what's with Colorado's beef with Mississippi or with Ole Miss?" I think it's more just they're hot in Mississippi right
Exactly
now.
Right. Exactly right.
Yep. We'll find out, but not all good news this weekend. Was it Friday evening? James Pace committed to Auburn, as we kind of expected. So, you miss out on a blue chip edge prospect. You bring in a surprise visit defensive lineman. Again, I think I've mentioned this before. They're clearly targeting the front 7 with this recruiting class, right? They want to get younger. They want to get deeper. And they just want to get blue chip talent in there on that defensive line. Not even on the defensive line. With Barack Willis in town too. And the linebacker commits that you had in last year's class. We talked about it. It is the trenches that are maybe the most difficult part to recruit and maybe the most important part to recruit. But in another shift that we've seen from this recruiting staff this offseason, the defensive front 7 is being heavily targeted, and insulated well with visits.
And I think also to another piece of this Ben'Jarvius Shumaker, kind of visit is them taking just another big swing just in case Tyler Alexander's recruitment doesn't go their way.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I think he was at Texas this past weekend, coming off a Notre Dame visit, was at Georgia a couple weeks ago as well. I think from what we understand, Colorado still feels pretty good about Tyler Alexander, but they're obviously competing with some big dogs for a big dog in Tyler Alexander. So I just think that's smart, just in case it doesn't go away. Just like I said, taking another big swing at a blue chip defensive lineman, because I think that is kind of the next piece of this recruiting class that people might look at like, oh, things actually might be changing there on the recruiting tip, for the better.
Mm-hmm. Anything else from recruiting this weekend that stood out to you, Scotty?
21 Pace makes a good point. As we know, recruiting is an ongoing process, and going to a program like Auburn, one bad season, that boy can be right back in the portal. And
totally,
that Colorado obviously got into James Pace's recruitment kind of late in the game,
mm-hmm.
but that is something that can continue throughout the season and, could pay off dividends as we approach signing day.
I guess the last thing would be just Ryan Ferdinand, who is scheduled to commit today, deciding between Cincinnati and Colorado. He came on his OV on June 5th. He is out of Palm Beach Lakes High School in West Palm Beach, Florida. A 3-star prospect, 187th overall wide receiver, 1,477th player in the class. He has already been given a crystal ball prediction to the Buffs a few weeks ago as well. What time is it today? Is it right now?
Any minute, right?
Should be any minute, yeah.
So we should get some breaking news, hopefully some positive breaking news here at some point on this show.
Brody Knowles was the name that we had talked about
a
little bit. I think it was maybe it was Jaden Kelly Murray who vouched for him and kind of put him on Buff Nation's radar, receiver out of South Lake Carroll in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
He was supposed to be on a visit, I believe, this past weekend. We talked about it on Friday. He wasn't coming on the visit, but he just committed today to Illinois. So him and Stephen Alexis joining the INI.
I mean,
good for them.
Again, I'm not going to fret about Colorado losing almost any wide receiver target.
No, sir. Especially if you might get one today.
Exactly. It is just kind of interesting how, I don't know what the numbers are exactly. Combined front seven and offensive line commits is probably 75, 80, if not more % of this class. And you only have the one wide receiver commit so far.
Exactly right. And I think a lot of people would take it like that.
Absolutely.
Facts.
Absolutely. All right, so that's where we stand with recruiting. We'll keep an eye on the timeline and let you know if we have Ryan Ferdinand news breaking through any moment now. But first, let's shout out our friends over at Buff Nation. We want to hear from you. Check it out right now. You can go to ddnvr.com/contest and enter in for a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card. All you got to do is go to that link, fill out the questionnaire, and basically say why you love this show, how you think this show could improve, or maybe even why you hate this show. Sound good, Scotty? You ready for that feedback?
I need it. Need it like I need air, bro.
Again, we have a lot of fun on this show, making up segments, things to talk about, scanning the news and all that. But if there's something in particular that you would want to hear, questions, any concerns with the show, we want to know. You're a follower of this show. It means you have great taste in content and culture. Is that right?
Definitely.
So we're just trying to get like-minded folks, together and just voice their feedback. Again, head on over ddnvr.com/survey. That's ddnvr.com/survey to enter a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card. Your feedback is greatly appreciated.
And shout out to the squad, our good friends over at Surfside, man. Summer is officially here, which means that it's Surfside season, man. The days are getting longer, which means that Surfside is really what we need, man, to get through a long summer, maybe get through a road trip. How many Surfsides did you crush on Friday at the Rockies game, my boy?
2.
2? Good number.
I was responsible. They are the tall boys.
The tall boys? Yeah. Oh, okay. Heck yeah. I love to see it, man. Real vodka, only 100 calories and 0 bubbles at Surfside, man. That's right. 0 carbonation, a smooth, easy sip that's crisp and refreshing every single time. All their flavors are fire, man. This is crafted with premium vodka, real ingredients, and Surfside has quickly become one of the fastest growing spirit brands in the country. So whether you're hiking, whether you're golfing, you're just soaking up the Colorado sunshine or doing whatever this summer, enjoy it with the Surfside. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. So that bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21 plus. Please drink responsibly.
All right, back on the show. We're good with recruiting?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Buffs also added a coach today. It was made official. They expect to hire Xavier Abidi, part of his defensive staff. Going to be assistant defensive ends coach.
Yes, sir.
I believe it is.
Yes, sir.
Coach Abidi is an ex-NFL linebacker. Worked at Virginia Tech the last 4 seasons. Of course, Chris Marv being the defensive coordinator there. So another coach that he is bringing in. He was their inside linebackers coach last year. He was also a defensive coordinator at Texas A&M Commerce before that. And I believe he played for the Houston Texans.
Yeah, he was drafted by the Texans in 2008, 4th round pick. Really good football player back in the day. Xavier DB was 2-time All-American, 2-time All-Conference, was part of 2 ACC championship teams when he was a player at Virginia Tech. And as you mentioned, he wrapped up his 4th season this past year at Virginia Tech. Started off there as a defensive analyst, was Chris Marv's associate linebackers coach when Chris Marv was the DC at Virginia Tech. And he spent this last season, a DB did, as Virginia Tech's inside linebackers coach. So another guy with playing experience at a high level, both at the college level and at the NFL, and also real life like coaching experience at the Power 4 level as a position coach. As you mentioned, a defensive coordinator at Texas A&M Commerce, which I believe is where there is some commerce connection on the staff somewhere.
I think so.
I was going to say
Coach Carter?
Nah, I was going to say Fletch, but that might be wrong. Either way, this is a nice ad. A guy with real experience, obviously a rapport relationship prior to with Chris Marv. And it also, he has been around, Xavier DB was. He was around this spring. I just believe it was in an unofficial capacity because he obviously wasn't listed on the spring coaching roster or anything. So I think this move that we heard about today is just them making it official that he's officially joining the staff.
Really? Us? Something becoming... Is it even official yet? It's technically not official, just the news broke.
For sure. That they were expected to hire. That was the news. So, yeah, who knows?
We'll get a press release a couple months from now.
For real. But, yeah, he has been around. He spent time around the team this spring. Was at the spring game, obviously. So, they're already familiar with him in the building. But a nice ad, no doubt.
Yeah, and to me, it's... I love when a coach like Chris Marv comes in, and then he probably says, like, hey, if we have a spot for this guy, I really like what he's doing.
For sure.
I just think that's one of the best types of hire you can have is just a young up-and-comer kind of who has high praise from people who have already worked with him. Because, especially during this Coach Prime era, when we've been a little bit closer to it, we've seen some coaches who are really about that life and some coaches who really aren't.
Yep.
Definitely. Yeah, and I think Marv talked about it earlier this spring. I think he was asked, like, how difficult or how much of a challenge is it to be a defensive coordinator in a new spot without any of your guys, right? Pretty much his whole defensive staff, at least to start the spring, was guys that, he inherited, so to speak. But now, obviously, a DB in the fold, somebody who he has a connection with, a rapport with prior to, who they can relate to maybe on a different level, I think is always an asset and a benefit.
You are right, Scotty. It was Coach Fletcher who I guess played at Texas A&M Commerce.
That's what I thought.
But another 5 years. Another in 2007, he was 115 total tackles with 12 TFLs, 3 sacks, 2 picks.
Jeez, he's in the Virginia
1 pick 6.
He's in the Virginia Tech Sports Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So this is, as somebody said in the chat, he's a legend out there. So.
I wonder if we could potentially open up a Virginia pipeline.
I can see it. That also was Rashad Rich's kind of, recruiting grounds when he was at Penn State, the DMV area. So I can see that.
He went to high school out there. So, he's, and obviously, as you just mentioned, kind of seen as a legend out there.
Yeah.
But another 5 years of NFL experience added to the team as well. So, and more evidence that they are moving hell on earth to improve this linebacking core from where it was last year.
And this is interesting. So when he was the DC at Texas A&M Commerce in 2021, they had the number 3 ranked total defense and the number 3 ranked passing defense in all of Division II. So this is somebody with, kind of defensive play calling experience, being the guy, the coordinator for that side of the ball at a certain level. A lot of experience here, both as a player and a coach. I like this hire a lot.
Another pretty solid player, or coach hire, absolutely. All right, so CBS dropped some Big 12 intel. You guys ready to learn about what's going on across the conference?
Sure.
Season?
What'd they say about Colorado?
Well, RK, funny you mentioned that. There is, 10 teams here that get updates. There's maybe, for lesser-known players that are getting buzzer alert, 20 players that they mention here. I don't think the word Colorado was written in this article. So again,
sleep.
Well, I think that Colorado's moving differently as well.
I agree, but I feel like there should. Hey, you guys heard of this? Danny
Scudero.
Danny Scudero guy, Boo Carter, maybe. You ever
Especially
heard of this
since
guy?
they're highlighting breakout players and impact transfers.
Exactly.
Fair.
We'll get there. But first with the team intel, and I guess this is a W for Scotty. Let's start with ASU. We've talked a lot about their quarterback situation, and Cutter Boley, the Kentucky transfer, is the name that keeps being brought up. However, in this article, sources tell CBS Sports a different, less heralded transfer is pushing Boley and has a real shot at winning the starting spot. It's former UCF, Fresno State, and Michigan quarterback Mikey Keene.
My boy Mikey.
That's bad news for them.
Yep.
Yeah. They dropped a lot on Cutter Boley.
Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, he's kind of been given the stamp, until now. So that says something to me.
It took a big swing. Like, listen, as you know, I've been talking a lot about Mikey Keene the last couple of years. I'm just familiar with him when he was a high school prep player down there in Arizona for a really good program. He was really good at UCF a few years ago. He's just seen and played a lot of football, even at this level. So I think if he is a starter, like their ceiling, Arizona State's ceiling is just lower, but I think their floor would be a bit higher as opposed to Cutter Boley. But yeah, that is not what I would think Sun Devil fans want to hear, because you certainly invested a lot in Cutter Boley to kind of be that guy, and you took a swing. Like you invested in him, not really knowing what he was capable of, or not really knowing what he was going to bring you. So that will be very fascinating to watch throughout fall camp to see if that is a true competition and who was sentenced to the top.
Mikey Keene's played in 39 career games, thrown 1,170 career passes.
Let me look up his UCF year, because I think do you have that up?
Yeah.
Didn't he ball one year?
His freshman year, he went 17 for 6, touchdown to interception ratio, 63% completion. Says he played in 11 games as a freshman that year, 1,730 yards. The volume isn't there, but stats look nice. I don't know what happened in 22. He only played in 4 games, though. Might have gotten hurt. He had 6 touchdowns to 1 interception, though. So he was playing pretty well. And then 2 really solid.
That name in years.
Facts.
2 really solid seasons at Fresno State before going to Michigan and taking like the Braden Fowler Nicolosi role for last year.
Is he at Michigan?
Braden Fowler Nicolosi.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
He might push Underwood, dude.
I was just going to
I'm
say
sure
that.
he will. I'm sure he will. Baylor. Apparently DJ Lagway is the real deal, what they're saying out there.
Okay.
Any concern over that?
Concern? No. I mean, Lagway's always had potential. So if somehow they were able to unlock it, that'll be big time for them.
See Sawyer Robertson? Broncos?
Bronco, yeah.
I love that.
That's our guy.
I love that.
It's funny because they don't announce. Oh, actually, this opened up a whole other conversation, but they don't announce that they're bringing in guys for tryouts. So like the media is just left to like figure it out.
Sure.
While they're like looking out there, and they were able to figure out that it was
that's
Sawyer
actually
Robertson.
sick.
But then Henry said something that I want your opinion on.
Okay.
And I'll just put it to you this way. If you were to associate my haircut with a professional athlete, who would it be? Or just an athlete?
I do see some Sawyer there.
Okay.
I see some Sawyer there. I don't know if I can name like a celebrity or somebody that has that haircut, but
it's like a country star haircut.
Yeah, exactly. Facts.
The person that Henry compared Sawyer Robertson and my haircut to was Patrick Mahomes.
Oh boy,
bro, what is he talking about? I can kind of see like his old cut, like Mahomes' old cut, but still not even. It's completely different.
Completely different thing.
He's hilarious for that. So you know what that reminds me of?
He's like,
Patrick.
yeah, he's like, I saw Sawyer out there. He has that like Patrick Mahomes haircut going on. I was like,
what?
It's not. It's not what that is.
Then he said you had a Patrick Mahomes.
So then I was like, his hair is more like mine than Patrick Mahomes. He's like, well, yours is kind of Patrick Mahomes too.
Hey, he funny as hell.
Shout out Henry.
And Sawyer kind of reminds me a bit stylistically of Bo too. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but
I can't believe that he's like he's taking mini camp invites.
I know.
He's so talented.
This season kind of really did some damage to him. But even then, like his numbers were good this year. They struggled as a team, but
it wasn't his fault. They were in shootouts every week. He threw 31 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He led the conference in completions, attempts, yards, and touchdowns.
Yeah. And that was his second straight, like pretty solid season.
He did have 12 picks, which that is a higher number.
Not if you lead the conference in attempts.
60% completion though.
Right.
Like I'd like to see that a little bit higher too, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, the Bryce Harper cut. I can see that.
Yeah, his is more like slicked back and like long. Or I guess I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't watch baseball anymore. The Rockies ruined it for me.
Bummer.
I told you, bro. You really undefeated at Rockies.
It's crazy,
game, bro.
It's crazy.
They won again when you were there?
Yeah. Did they sweep? Did they win yesterday?
I think they did sweep.
I know they won the first two.
Wait, who were they playing?
The Pirates.
I actually don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know they won Friday, Saturday. I don't know if they won.
Maybe it's just the Friday rooftop club vibes.
Maybe it's just maybe it's just the DNVR presence at Coors Field.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That could very well be it.
I flew right over you. Took a picture of the stadium.
Wait, tell us about the trip, please.
Heck yeah.
Shout out to Taco Bell. Shout out to my guy Rob. Sickest, true core memory unlocked.
I'm sure.
It was so sick going to the World Cup game on Friday. The vibes were incredible. It was probably like 95% U.S. fans in the stadium. Yeah. The crowd pops, like we had talked about, were unbelievable. And the best one was the reviewed goal.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got the original crowd pop on the goal.
For sure.
Then everyone's like, oh no. I'm like, I saw the flag up. I'm like, it's offside.
Yeah.
And then like you see them do they're checking. Like everyone just goes silent. Like it literally goes from 0 to 1,000 on the decibel meter. It was so sick. And then afterwards, like just everyone out in the streets having a great time. It was really cool. The World Cup, it was one of the coolest sporting events I've ever been to.
How did it, you were in an NFL stadium. How did it compare to an NFL game?
Well, I think the coolest part is the field is so much bigger.
Yeah.
So it feels like you're closer.
Right.
Because the field takes up the entire area that is in between kind of the walls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's all just field. And it feels like you're really right on top of the action. So I loved that. And then, it was definitely louder. I guess a big third down, it's a different type of sound where it's resonate, it's a carrying, you know, you're trying to keep the sound up for the whole play.
Yeah.
Which is different than the crowd pop of a goal, but it was still crazy.
It looked unreal on TV, I can tell you that.
Yeah. Shit looked unreal on your IG story too. I know. Damn, that boy lit.
That flight in, where you go right past Mount Rainier, that was sick.
So how long of a flight was it then?
2.5 hours.
Smooth.
I got to the airport at 7:45 a.m. Was almost back in bed back on the couch by 9:45 p.m. That was the craziest part. I was like, this is almost like teleportation.
Shout out Taco Bell. That's unreal.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, let's get back to Big 12 Intel. But first, a shout out to our friends over at Xfinity and their 5-year price guarantee. I have been locked in streaming these World Cup games basically every day because there's multiple games a day. And guess what? You sign up with our friends at Xfinity right now with their 5-year price guarantee. Next time the World Cup comes around, you can just do it all over again because you're going to be locked in on that reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi with the 6 cents, locked in at the same price for 5 whole years. Shoot, it goes beyond the next World Cup. I don't even know where the next World Cup is, but I'll be watching it with
Spain, Monaco, Portugal.
Spain, Monaco?
Or Portugal.
I like the sound of that.
That's lit, actually.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So make sure you're ready for that world-class stage for the World Cup. So much can happen in 5 years. Championships are won, records are broken, dreams grow bigger, but your Wi-Fi, the price should stay put, and that Wi-Fi should stay reliable. So lock in your price and unlock the possibilities with our friends over at Xfinity. Learn more when you go to xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Select plans only. Some restrictions apply.
And shout out to our friends over at STK. And don't forget about 369. STK 369. That's the happy hour. And they have $3 dishes, $6 dishes, $9 dishes. Sunday through Thursday, 2:30 to 6:30 p.m. But then they also have that late night happy hour, 6:30 to 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday. And of course, they still have happy hour on Friday and Saturday. Not everyone does that, but there's from 2:30 to 5:30 those days. Of course, they're open late on game days. And they also have their amazing steak night 3-course meal plus a glass of wine for $69 per person. That is a fantastic deal. They've got seasonal menus with rotating menu items. They're open on all holidays. And they just have so much great stuff going on over there. So make a reservation or learn more and check out the menu over at stksteakhouse.com. Go check out STK for a little happy hour or even late night happy hour.
Alrighty, back on the show. Next team is BYU. Pretty much all this says is they're going to be really freaking good because they have a lot of players that NFL draft people love, including LJ Martin. They got a linebacker, Cade Uluave.
He's sick, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's sick.
Evan Johnson, who we know. Glasker's back at linebacker as well. And then they have a safety, Felatau Satuala. But
best team in the conference. Book it.
We were on that before Sorsby.
Oh God.
Yeah. Cincinnati's the next team. They're talking about replacing Sorsby. J.C. French, the former Georgia Southern quarterback. A source said he's had a really good spring. He distributed it well, made really good decisions. High completion percentage. We're not going to ask him to single-handedly win games. As long as he just plays well, he'll be good for us. He just might match Sorsby's production. That is a game, second to last game of the year against Cincinnati, I believe. So you'll see. You'll get I don't know what the word is, just in stride kind of J.C. French at that point. So yeah. Guess what, Scotty? The Kansas Jayhawks still have no idea who they're going to play at quarterback. It's still a real open competition. It's still a competitive battle, the source said.
Between?
Junior Cole Ballard, sophomore Isaiah Marshall, and Rice transfer Chase Jenkins.
Oh, no, not a 3-way competition.
3-way.
Oh.
God bless him.
I'm getting flashbacks to the Delaware game.
I don't know what this Oklahoma State blurb is. They just say Drew Mistemaker. People like him. And he played well for Eric Morris. So
sounds about right.
TCU. They have a new offensive coordinator, and it seems like a real kind of scheme shift. Sonny Dykes talking a lot about Josh Hoover's turnovers, and, Kurt Signetti kind of bit back at that, right? Saying, well, great. He's going to have his new best friend, a good running game and a good defense. Yeah. It looks like their new... What's that?
And a good coach.
And a good coach. They got UConn's Gordon Samus as offensive coordinator. A source says they've got a really good OC. I think he's going to bring some stability, have an identity, and they're going to run the football. They think it's going to be a lot more pro style compared to those super air out attacks that they had with Josh Hoover. Jaden Craig being the guy at quarterback. And this quote says, for what we're doing, I think Jaden is going to fit us better. It worked out for both sides. So they feel good about where they're at.
This is interesting. NFL scouts view Craig and Josh Hoover as comparable day 3 draft picks at this point, which I think is interesting. I actually really like Jaden Craig.
Yeah.
I think him and Barnett are probably my 2 favorite new, unknown kind of quarterbacks in the Big 12 this year. Bro can really play. He can sling it. And if they're really going to kind of build a pro-style complementary offense around him, they could surprise.
All right.
This Texas Tech blurb is kind of about Kirk Francis, the Tulsa transfer at quarterback, who is probably going to start in place of Will Hammond those first couple weeks. A source says, quote, "He is the best third-string quarterback in the country."
Oh, give me a fucking break, bro.
What do we think about that?
Okay.
Ain't no way.
West Virginia likes
about Ryan Stahl.
West Virginia likes their transfer at quarterback, Michael Hawkins. He played at Oklahoma as well. That's pretty much it.
Wow.
Colorado not mentioned.
Scotty Fox erasure for West Virginia, though? That's crazy.
So.
Wait, what was that about him?
Michael Hawkins, the Oklahoma transfer. They like him.
Damn.
Quarterback. Yeah.
That sucks. I like Scotty Fox.
Me too.
I thought he was decent too.
It's kind of fun to watch.
So no Colorado blurb. If Colorado did have a blurb, what would you have it say?
Fuck him.
Fair enough.
I'm not letting that one die, bro. That is a part of this season from here 100%. On out.
I wish I could. I mean, we can talk about these lesser known players if you want.
Yeah, bro. They listed what? This is, I don't even know.
Almost
15, damn near 20 lesser known players. This is more than 20. Lesser known players to keep an eye on in the Big 12, not a single Colorado player. Which just makes me think, honestly, that they just didn't talk to nobody at Colorado. Like they didn't have any intel or contacts from Colorado.
It could go both ways, where it's like they reached out to some people at Colorado, didn't hear back, and said, all right, well, I guess you won't be in the article.
Yes. 100%.
Pretty much.
Because you kind of see the same thing, the same teams throughout, like Baylor, Cincy, Tech, Kansas.
Right. UCF even has multiple guys on
West Virginia, right. Oklahoma State, yeah. So,
also from CBS Sports, they put out their defensive efficiency metrics. When returning snaps, Colorado, as we know, got a lot of returning snaps, ranked 19th in the country in that department.
This is according to who?
CBS Sports. Okay. They did offense last week from Cody Nagel.
They said we're ranked 19th in returning snaps?
Returning snaps, yes.
But that other thing had us first?
So this is snaps?
Yes. What was the other one that we did?
I forget. It was a different metric though.
Oh, okay.
Also, it says here, this breakdown goes beyond raw snaps to examine what that experience actually produced on defense, from tackling and pass rush to havoc plays and coverage performance. So in terms of total tackles, actually, the Buffs are ranked 19th in the country, returning from last year. A lot of that obviously coming from the linebacking core. Rando had close to 100, I believe. So Nate, Santana, Ezra. I mean, the list goes on and on. The production that you brought in is absolutely, it's a lot. I mean, you're 18th in sacks. You're 20th in pressures. You're 20th in interceptions. And in terms of what they're calling havoc plays, which again, it's kind of just, I don't know. I think that's more of an efficiency type thing. Yeah. Colorado's 13th in the country on defense. Again, Brennan Marion and this defense or this offense are going to be like what a lot of people talk about. I'm not ruling out that this is potentially like a quote unquote defensively led team with all the experience and talent you have.
Yeah, man. I was trying to explain this to someone just before this show. Like, I'm always going to be biased towards the Buffs. I'm always going to think we're going to be good. But this is one of the first years in a while I can remember where, like, the little metrics that kind of seem to always be right are in our favor.
For sure.
You know, the returning snaps, the returning production, all that stuff. It always feels like the teams that have that are the ones who have the leg up. And despite the fact that no national, like, pundit likes the Buffs, all of these little numbers seem to really like the Buffs.
100%. What does this say number of snaps for Colorado they're defensively returning?
I don't think I have that. We had that from the other one though, right? We talked about
for
that
sure.
On the
so
show.
what I think the difference is, I think I was looking at this, like CBS just tracks like returning FBS production.
Yes, this is tackles, Havoc rating, sacks.
Just FBS. Just doesn't include like FCS production, which obviously Colorado has a lot of in terms of transfer guys, which I would think punt and rally includes, which is why they are number one in most of these returning production, particularly on defense metrics.
Right. Yeah, they mention it briefly in this article, but they don't go in depth. In terms of so that was raw numbers we just talked about. In terms of efficiency, this is missed tackle percentage, sack percentage, and pressure percentage. In terms of missed tackle percentage, could rank better. You're 14.7% in that department. That puts you 68th in the country coming into the year.
That's a coaching stat, though.
Sure, absolutely. In terms of sack percentage, you're coming in at 28th in the country. You're 15th in the country in pressure percentage, and you're, I believe, 8th in the country in havoc percentage at 1.7%. I don't know what that exactly means.
It means havoc.
Havoc, facts. It means havoc, baby.
It means havoc. So
creating it.
Again,
you either havoc or you don't.
Right, facts.
We also got this coverage efficiency too. Colorado ranks 33rd in the country overall. So again, we've talked about this secondary and how experienced they are, showing up in these stats too, obviously.
Hell yeah.
So what does that all mean? Well, I don't know, really. It just means, again, that it's a very experienced defense that I don't know what else you could want coming into this year. They're proven. They're productive. Yes, it has to work together and it has to gel. And Chris Marv has to hit on all cylinders and, put the right pieces in the right place and call the right plays and all that. But it's a much more talented defense that I think you had last year. And that was clearly your Achilles heel in terms of allowing big plays, not being able to stop the run, not taking the ball away at all, not getting sacks. What did they do well on defense last year? They had good safety play from Tafiq Bayard. I believe that's really it.
And that's what I was gonna say. Last year on defensively, you were just missing guys. Guys who at baseline can play at an all conference level.
Mm-hmm.
I would say you had one of those guys last year.
Yeah.
And I think now this defense really has the potential to have multiple of those guys. And a lot of those guys, they already were all conference type of players at their previous stops, at the Power 4 level, at the FCS level, at the G6 level, what have you. And the experience that they're coming to Colorado with, I think is going to be super beneficial. And it's going to be really what this team needs to turn the page from last year, because as bad and as, tough of a watch Colorado was offensively last year, and it was a very tough watch at times. Defensively is just how you get blown out the way they did last year.
Oh yeah.
The big plays, the lack of discipline a lot of times, and back to what I was talking about, I think a lack of dudes on that side of the ball. I don't think that's going to be a problem this year.
Also, the wheels did fall off at the end.
True.
And injuries and buy-in and all that just went out the window.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to forget because of how bad the end of the season was. But they did have Georgia Tech against the ropes. They did have BYU against the ropes. They held up well against those teams.
Against TCU on the road.
Yeah.
That was a game late.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Shedeur was back in town working with Coach Marion and the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Love that.
We'll get to the NFL side of Shedeur here in a second, but, that is massive, I think. You saw him kind of passing knowledge on, too, in the meetings and just being very active in those, too. And Coach Marion allowing it also.
Definitely.
Totally. I loved his comments kind of hey, you guys need to get on these receivers. They're and I'm paraphrasing now, but, they'll be the reason why you throw a pick.
Oh, bro.
Or they'll be a reason why you get sacked because you weren't 100% sure that he was going to come out of the break at 10 yards or whatever it was going to be, whatever you expected. Don't just let them get away with this and leave it all on yourself to figure it out. You need to get on these guys and make sure they're doing it right.
Yep.
And I thought that's a great message to hear from him because we saw it. If he needed to, he was going to chirp those receivers and push them to be the best. And no one I can think of that did that more than Peyton Manning.
Oh, totally.
He did not accept anything less than perfection in practice. And then if you mess it up in the game, you might as well just hit the showers because he wasn't looking at you the rest of the day.
Yeah, ask Cody Latimer.
Yeah, exactly.
With Shedeur, I think it was the Arizona game. They got Bucky. Is you gonna run this go ball or not? I've been trying to hear that her stuff. Is you gonna run this go ball or not? But yeah, that was something that Shedeur was just not afraid to do, and obviously it paid off massive dividends in that 2024 season, and obviously prior to that, all his success is partly due to his ability and his willingness to get after his guys. Because as you said, man, that interception is going to be attributed to one person and one person only, even if it is 100% or 80% somebody else's fault. And I think also, too, what is really cool about Shedeur being involved in this quarterback room is that his quarterback room is small. I would venture to say that Colorado might be the only Power 4 program with 3 quarterbacks in their quarterback room. Like, that is very rare to have, and obviously is extenuating circumstances that kind of led to that. But to have such a small group, having as many voices, I think, as possible, like legitimate voices, like a Malik Williams, like a Shedeur Sanders, I think is just beneficial to everybody. And obviously those guys are, soaking up as much game as they can. And it's still a young room, right? Isaac Wilson has 1 season of, actually playing on the field. Like Juju has 2 starts. Khalil is a true freshman. So these are young guys, sponges who could use as much, guidance, particularly guys who have played that position as possible.
Without a doubt.
Someone just pointed out the comment that led to, can you run this go ball?
Facts.
Legendary, man. Yeah, it's obviously great to have him there. And I don't know. I think that it's something that you need. Like, I don't think you had quarterbacks kind of keeping receivers accountable last year, right?
Yeah.
I think it's great for Julian to kind of just have that, like, that extra push that, like, look, man, like, you're the dude. You can kind of just, like, lay into them a little bit. Especially as Shedeur was explaining, like, look, if they run, like, a weird route between a dig and a slant, like, you're either likely going to be throwing a pick or you're getting killed, especially if there's pressure. Yeah. So, and, of course, Shedeur lived through so much of that at Colorado, too. So being able to pass that on is huge. On the other side with Shedeur Sanders, though, the NFL side, we're talking trade now, I guess.
Yeah, but this is like from what I saw, it was one guy on a radio show who said that.
Yeah.
Do you think it's possible, though? Because, again, we've talked a lot about this quarterback competition, and I feel like more and more we're hearing that Deshaun Watson is going to start out the year as a starter.
I feel like I don't know. Maybe if that's what the Browns want to do, it would be the most Browns thing I've ever seen.
Trading him, you mean?
No.
Oh,
well,
what?
either starting Deshaun Watson.
Okay.
Like you have this like young team with a really close knit rookie class from last year that all kind of blossomed and grew together, and then you're gonna throw in Deshaun Watson's washed ass to start. It makes no sense. What are you trying to gain from that? Just value on the money that you wasted?
Yep.
That's what bad organizations do.
Yep.
They're chasing their a return on investment pretty much.
Yeah. And so I can never put it past an organization like the Browns.
Yeah.
But it would make no sense at all to one, start Deshaun Watson regardless of what you do with Shedeur.
Yeah.
And 2, trade Shedeur.
Yeah, man. So what this came from is what's his first name? Rizzo? ESPN Cleveland?
I have no idea what his first name
is. I think that's Tony Rizzo.
That's what I was going to say, but that didn't sound right. Okay, Tony Rizzo, I think his name is. ESPN Cleveland, he just pretty much was on the radio show today and goes, there are talks and ongoing calls about the availability of Shedeur Sanders. And that was kind of what sparked all the debate, the trade kind of rumors talk today. And you're talking about the Browns would be doing something that bad organizations do if they went with Deshaun or traded Shedeur.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of bad organizations, I can't believe that there are people on my timeline today.
Oh, no.
Talking about the New York Jets.
Yeah.
Trade for Shedeur Sanders.
Please.
Are y'all for real?
Please.
Are y'all for real?
We can't let this happen.
We just want to act like the Jets are just
a better landing spot?
Exactly. Like, what are we talking about here?
They're not.
Like, and people are like, yeah, like, it's the Jets. Like, we need to get, like, that would not be good for nobody.
No.
That would not be good for nobody. And as it relates to the trade, I don't think it's likely only because, like, I truly believe, first of all, I don't think Andrew Berry wants to trade Shedeur Sanders. First and foremost. I don't think Todd Monken wants to trade Shedeur Sanders until he can actually see what he looks like in his offense, under his leadership, under his tutelage in a real life situation. So I don't think this is something that would happen before the season. And I also, I pray that Shedeur don't ever end up with the New York Jets.
And let me go back and say this. I'm very pro Shedeur getting traded.
Same.
To get him out of Cleveland.
Sure.
But definitely not to the Jets.
That might be the one place where I'll be like, that's the one place you can't send it.
Actually downgrading.
For real. Yeah. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
No, for real. It's a downgrade. It's the one worst possible place I think he could go.
I just couldn't believe people were like, multiple people, like, this is obviously the answer. Like, bring him to the Jets.
It's just new is better feeling,
The Jets are also spending a first-round pick on Brendan Sorsby in the supplemental draft, too. So.
I think they're going to spend like a 4th-round pick on him, but
yeah. Speaking of that, the Big 12 hasn't dismissed their lawsuit because there's a chance that Sorsby may not be eligible for the supplemental draft. I'll pull up the details if you want to talk about it, but
no. I thought we were done.
I thought so too.
You're right though. You haven't seen an announcement of this supplemental draft yet.
From ESPN, the Big 12 Board of Directors is expected to have a call early this week to discuss the next steps in terms of Brendan Sorsby. Some have questioned what, if any, liability could exist for the conference or how it will play out with the NFL, given Sorsby admitted history of gambling.
NFL, bro, I beg you to just let us out of this.
Ban him.
The other part of the Big 12 not yet dismissing the lawsuit against Tech over Sorsby, according to Pro Football Talk, that Sorsby might eventually sue the Big 12 for forcing him into the supplemental draft, which would be a funny and interesting wrinkle.
What would he be seeking in that lawsuit?
Damages, physical, mental.
Yeah, true.
Damages. That's what I would think.
If Shedeur were to get traded, what team would you like that's realistic would you like?
I'm gonna be selfish, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word. Not the bad teams, not the Cardinals.
So then,
not the Jets.
So then you'd want him to sit.
Sure. I mean, look, I'm not gonna tell the guy what to do. Obviously, we've heard the Philadelphia, the Baltimore rumors out there. I thought those would have been great places for him, especially Philadelphia. Which,
oh my gosh,
what?
I just thought of a team, and I thought I had the team. I ain't gonna lie.
And then you remembered something?
Yes.
Who are you?
I was like the perfect Atlanta.
Oh,
literally, I'm like, bro, I like the quarterback situation bogus. I like they got weapons, bro. I'm like, it's Atlanta, and then I remembered who the coach was.
Damn it.
Bro, that literally would be the spot, though. I feel like where they're still a young team. They got weapons. It's a cool city, a winnable division. And then I remembered. I don't know though. Otherwise,
Titans would be weird.
Yeah,
no
but
way.
not like Arizona or Miami. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so Miami is a little bit intriguing to me, just because they're gonna be awful this year, but they're not always awful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They had a little run there. They've been a playoff team at least a decent percentage of the last 5 years.
I got a team.
We might be thinking. Go ahead.
Why not Houston?
No, nah, bro.
Why?
We've gone too far on CJ Stroud, bro.
Are we sure?
Yeah,
We aren't sure yet, actually.
I'm sure.
I'm not.
He's still good, bro. And I don't think that franchise is anywhere close to looking at another option at quarterback.
But they could be if the wheels fall off this year.
Sure.
That's why I'm saying we're not sure yet.
Down along that path.
I'm not saying he's going to start week 1 or anything, but
Okay, yeah, sure. Just as a fail safe, but
sure.
I don't know. Down that path, though, maybe the team who was thinking about drafting him, Philly.
I agree.
Yeah.
I know you feel that way.
Yeah.
I mean, they're obviously, I don't know if the A.J. Brown trade maybe signals that they're.
No, they needed to get away from A.J. Brown. That's what that signals.
Probably. But, I mean, another year where, Hurts maybe struggles as a passer. You got a new OC there now. That could be a team.
It's a weird. I mean, you don't want to get traded, honestly.
I agree.
As much as Cleveland is a shit show.
You've already put in so much work.
And once you get traded, you're kind of like you're going down the journeyman path.
You got to start
and
over.
You got to figure out like a Baker Mayfield way out or a Sam Darnold way out. I guess Geno made his way out of the journeyman path.
Yeah.
But like usually once that starts to happen, it means you're far away from getting a real opportunity again.
Right.
Whereas you stay in Cleveland and you, in my opinion, should be the week 1 starter.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously if they traded him, that's not their plan. But then you might be the week 6 starter.
Mm-hmm. Anthony Walk brings up Indy, which is interesting. Obviously, Daniel Jones coming off did he tear his ACL or Achilles?
His Achilles, I believe.
Which is worse than an ACL probably at this point.
Yeah.
So they obviously are on the outs with Richardson. He's still on the team, but they clearly don't want him around.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting team. They play in a dome, which I think Shedeur would really like. They're going to have a running game, good offensive line. It's interesting.
Well, we'll find out. Do you guys see Coach Prime calling DeAndre Moore a real leader over the weekend?
No.
It's a name that, and
Where did he say that?
There was just a well off. They're just like in the IPF hanging out, but it's something that has been talked about, right? Like,
For sure.
Yeah.
Who was it? Was it Marion?
Marion.
Yep.
Who said he wouldn't be, and
He's
then
gonna be a captain.
Said he would be surprised if he wasn't a captain.
Okay, so that was him, yeah.
Mhm.
So, and he of course goes way back with him, but
Yeah, I mean, Rashad Rich and Jason Phillips pretty much echoed the same sentiments as well when we talked to him this spring.
so I mean, it's just another reminder that this wide receiving core, they got some ammo coming back too.
Wait till that first DeAndre Moore highlight from fall camp hit the timeline.
Yeah, it's gonna feed families. Gonna feed my family at least.
I'm excited about that guy.
Anything else today? Got about 90 seconds here. Any Ryan Ferdinand stuff?
Nope, I've been checking pretty fervently throughout the show. Nothing happening.
Well, stay tuned till tomorrow.
We can talk about Franz Ferdinand.
Do you know any song other than "Take Me Out"?
Oh yeah, but not off the top of my head.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think I could honestly say yes.
What
You have
y'all-
no
what
idea.
y'all-
Who that
I
is.
think you wouldn't know.
Franz Ferdinand?
Franz Ferdinand is
I
a
thought-
band.
I thought that was the name of a person.
Well, it is.
Well, it is.
Oh, okay. But it's also the name of a band.
Do you know who the person is?
Franz Ferdinand. No, I don't. Who is it?
Oh, Scotty.
Something to do with the French Revolution.
Wow, we're gonna sound very dumb. Isn't he the guy who was killed that started World War One?
That sounds close enough for me.
You're our resident historian, bro.
Yeah, Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Australia, or Austria.
Austria, France.
Same thing.
Stone's throw.
Yeah, basically he was assassinated, and that kicked off World War One back in
Oh.
like 1915.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I can tell you all you want about Buffs history.
And yeah, stay tuned till tomorrow when we discuss World War One and the consequences of that war.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Oh,
I think we're good.
All right. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll stay tuned on Ryan Ferdinand, see if we get a commit from him and much more. We'll discuss it all here this offseason. DNVR Buffs Lives. Let's go Buffs.
let's go Buffs. Let's go history.
We all silly like the mayor.